Alright, happy Friday evening, everyone. It is someone's very special day today. Seafoam, my lovely moderator. And they requested that I do more West of Loathing. So, West of Loathing, I will do. Yes, it's you, Seafoam, yay. Lovely to have you, as always. And we are going to get into it. So last we left off was this very odd circus. Haven't gotten into it yet, but we stumbled upon it. This is actually the first playthrough where I've stumbled upon it naturally. There is another case where you come across a group of clowns around a bonfire, and they lead you to it. So it's kind of fun that I'm discovering this first. Not knowing the nefarious things that the clowns can get up to. But we'll just go ahead and get into it. Dark Alice, you got anything to say? Well, I'll be a proper traveling circus. Hasn't been one of these in the area in years, decades even. Might be fun. You like a circus, Doc? I like leaving a circus. Clowns have always kind of creeped me out. Guess we might as well have a look, though. Well, that's the spirit, more or less. And my lovely spookums. Howdy! Howdy, Trident. Are you having a good Friday evening? I hope so. We are playing West of Loathing today. Special request from Seafoam, and it is Seafoam's special day, so... doing it for them. Better now? I understand that. I understand that completely. Alright. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Talk to him. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then, but if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. Presumably, you could sell me one. Why, I certainly can. That's my job, after all. For you, sir, a ticket will be 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Tell me about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since, well, since we stopped turning it on. Tell me more about the games. Oh, we've got tons of them! Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. Well, we've got some of them. Tell me more about the food. We've got your favorites. Popped corn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps. And get this, did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy. Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. Tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Ah, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. You weren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Well, whatever do you mean? Attempt to intimidate. You plant your hands on the counter and lean in toward the clown with a snarl. I mean, I'm sick of being played for a fool. You think I'm gonna shell out that much meat to get into a dive like this? You've got another thing coming. Are you gonna give me a ticket, or am I gonna punch your ticket? The clown grins, showing you a mouthful of yellow, unusually pointy teeth. Think you're a real tough cookie, eh? Listen good, bucko. All I have to do is shout, and you're our new sideshow exhibit. We'll call it the Amazing Crying Bag of Mulch, but hey, it'll get you in for free. How's that plan grab ya? Why I oughta. Step back, Junior. You're out of your depth. Grr. The clown whistles at you. Hey, you need a ticket if you want in, Chief. I'd like to run away with the circus. Let's try that. Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Alright, so I guess then, the encounter I mentioned earlier with the clowns around the bonfire is what we're gonna have to do to get in, because I'm not paying that. We got precious, precious meat. Oh, did I not click on new last time? The Bloody Cleaver, which is +3 muscle, damage 8 to 10. Nah, St. Beefus Thigh. Keeping beefy. You love the writing in this? I know you do, Seafoam. Let's wander. Let's see if we can find that bonfire. There's a crate lying in the dust of the trail. It has a pickaxe stenciled on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate the contents, the destination, or the opening instructions. Open it. Got a can of oil, can of kerosene, lodestone ring, patent emetic, blood-building tonic, and surgical gin. Well, let's take a look at that. Lodestone ring, +20 to meat gains. But speed and mysticality... Nah. We'll keep with what we have. More wandering? Can we find that bonfire? You come across a goblin marching around in the woods. They're taller than a typical goblin, probably because their boots are taller than typical goblin boots. In fact, these boots are so tall, they must be half stuffed with socks to keep the tops from jamming the goblin in the groin. The goblin sees you and marches over, attempting to look intimidating instead of awkward. Hey human! Hey, what you two doing in this place? This my ground to stomping. Do you mean your stomping grounds? What? Your boots, which are very tall, I am seeing. Yes, tall boots to having, so also tall am I. That's cool, but they are uncomfortable seeming very. I to having no sensation in my feet now, so this is fine. Do we attack the goblin or leave the goblin alone? He's just a goblin with boots. His boots. I think leave him alone. Right? He's not harming anyone. Leave him alone? Alright, we leave him alone. You leave the goblin to his stomping. Maybe in like a year they'll be properly broken in. We have plenty of places. We'll do one more wander and then we'll go to town. We need to up stats, fair enough. You spot a hellcalf grazing off the side of the trail just as it spots you. Its eyes glow and 2 shadow cows split off from it, forming a small, frightening herd. Right into their midst. We got the jump on them. Alright, let's get beefy. And then... yeah, perform 3 melee attacks against your target. Wait, no, that would just be one of them. Deals 3 damage to all opponents? That's not that helpful. Hit every enemy in this row. Let's just go for it. Each opponent takes 9. Oh, whiffed it. My doctor! Oh, Alice. I'll avenge you. We need to up Alice's stats. That's what we need to do. Gain 20 XP, got item roasted cow tongue, 52 meat, and 3 extra thick leather. Just another day at the office. Alright. We'll go back to town. Your heart skips a beat as you see a floating cow skull in the middle distance. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. I'm just gonna whack it. Don't even need to get beefy. We got cow fangs and an infernal soul fragment. But yes, let's go back to the town. And what is the infernal soul fragment? A wispy, tattered little bit of infernal cow spirit just hanging out on the side of the pail going boo. Boo. Examine it. It's a fairly insubstantial piece of infernal cow. We'll leave it for now. Cow fangs. Sell value 30 meat. For centuries we ate them. These teeth are proof that they've decided it's their turn. Extra thick leather taken by force from one of the lesser of the region's demonic cows. We're full up on our stomach and liver and spleen. So we can't eat anything at the moment. Let's try the jail. Let's try and go after some of these boys. It's a wanted poster. A wanted poster if accuracy is important. The House in the Desert Gang for mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance, also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the House in the Desert. You wonder if the house is named after them, or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Sure. You take note of the location of the house and resolve to bring the house gang to justice. You discovered a new map location, the House in the Desert. Let's get going to that house. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. Investigating it more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole into the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest or wandered away without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. You take the dynamite. Their lack of follow-through is your game. As you dismount and approach the house where the bandits are holed up, you hear a voice from inside say, "What was that?" Uh-oh. Looks like you're going to have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a full-on fracas. Sneaky is my middle name. Wait, really? Yes, Sneaky is my middle name. Okay, if you say so. Thanks. That'll come in handy later. But yes, I am now Sneaky Totally Human. And we're gonna inch so slowly. From the sound of it, you'd say this doghouse contains an angry dog. This doghouse contains an angry dog. Very funny, you're not going to be able to get past it without alerting the gang inside the house, though. Give the dog a bone. With a knick-knack paddywhack, you achieve your aim. The dog begins contentedly gnawing the human femur. Good for him. And now we are going to be oh so sneaky. Oh so sneaky. There is a tombstone. M. McCready, 1846 to 1887, stuck to his guns. Anything else? No. Alright, we can't go around back. How's this gate looking? The hinges on this gate are really rusty. If you open it, the bandits inside are definitely going to hear it. Oil the hinges. You use the last of the oil in the can on the rusty hinges. The gate swings open easily and silently. I can't peep through the window? Damn. You creep up to the door. You can hear the gang inside. You notice that the door jamb is busted, probably from being kicked in. There's a crude hasp made of bent nails on the door. Looks like the bandits may have just been locking it with a padlock from the outside when they leave. Shall we lock them in or shall we fight them? If we fight them, they're going to die. If we lock them in, we can arrest them. Lock them in? Lock it. Alright. You quietly lock the door from the outside. You've definitely got the upper hand at this point. What's our next move? Arrest him. Okay, fellas, the jig is up. A muffled voice says, "The law! Get 'em, boys!" And then, "Tarnation, we're locked in." You hear a chorus of defeated sighs. Toss out your weapons. You hear quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually a voice says, "Alright," and some pistols fall out the window. You got item, bandit pistol, and Desert Gang 6 gun. Just kidding, I'm still gonna rough you up a little bit. The voice says, "Aw dang it." You round up the gang and haul them back to Dirtwater. That's the house in the Desert Gang, alright. All except for the house, that is. Did it get away? What? Was I supposed to... Nah, I'm just messing with you. Here's your reward. 500 meat and 30 XP. Justice is served. And there they are. Alive and well. And we now have... a wanted poster. No, wait, you misread it. It's a wasted poster. Close enough. The Strappy Hat Gang for grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. 1,000 meat reward. Interesting. Dirty rotten paint, thieves, and low-down, no fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Wanna go after them? Yes. Got new location, Cavern Canyon. Now, how is this 6 gun? 1 Moxie, 6 to 7 damage. As opposed to... does stench damage and applies 5 poison, but only does 3 to 4 damage. I think keep the toilet gun, since it's given stench. Keep it that way. Let's go back to the desert house, see if we can get in. Oh, I have done this one. So I'm not gonna read through it. You can look at my previous playthroughs to hear me narrate that one. Oh, I guess we got the dog. Dog has wandered off in search of some better masters. Good job, dog. Can we go in? Aw, we can't. Dang it. Well. Alright then. We will go to Cavern Canyon. We discovered a new map location, Silversmith's house. You spot a small cottage on the horizon with what looks like a work table in front of it. I will go there in a second. Okay. So we have a hole, a boarded up hole. Pry off the boards. These boards can't hide from your prying eyes or your prying crowbar. And danger, spider. Well, let's see what we got going on in the spider cave. Weapons. The crate has weapons scrawled on it in black paint. Open it up. You dig through the crate. It's mostly full of packing straw, but you find a pretty fancy knife at the bottom. You got item, fancy knife. You hear sudden chittering coming from the big hole behind you. You should leave right now before that spider eats you. Damn. So I guess you got a choice of one between the 3, and I chose weapons. Which, not necessarily a bad thing. Ah, but weak, though. Weak. 3 Moxie, 7-9 damage. It's not... It's no St. Beefus' thigh. I can only get one. Damn. Ah, well. This door has like 15 deadbolts on it. A note tacked to it says, "Please don't open this door unless you want to get eaten by a giant spider. Even then, don't open it because the rest of us don't want to get eaten by a spider." It isn't even signed, so you can hardly be expected to take it seriously. You can see the gang on the other side of this big pile of junk, but you're not going to be able to get to them from this end. Maybe if you had more legs, you'd be able to pick your way through it. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, you are really pushing your luck here. If you get any closer, they're definitely going to attack you. So I believe we only have two options here. We can attack them, obviously, and that will kill them. I can't remember, does unleashing the spider also kill them? Let the spider get them? Alright, I'll let the spider get them. No, spider does not kill them. Very well. Very well. We're gonna sneaky snonk our way out of here. I want foraging. Okay, open the door. The tunnel behind this opening goes straight up. There's no way to get through it unless you're a huge spider. You hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream, followed by more horrible skittering noises, followed by more screams, followed by some rapping noises, followed by some muffled screams. Then there's more skittering, and then silence. Go inside. Ah, right, it bundles them up. Danger, bar, danger, kitchen. All these bottles are empty. Oh, looks like this place needs a new bartender. What's this? He had a jaw harp in his pocket. Maybe they killed him for playing the jaw harp too much. You got item, jaw harp. It's a little twanger. You can plunk it if you like. Plunk it. You stick the twanger in your mouth and plunk it as best you can. You love plunking this twanger. You plung your twanger all the livelong day. You'll be plunging this twanger until the day you die. You plunk your twanger with vigor. Joyfully, with vigor. You cannot stop plunking it. Alright, stop plunking it. Oh, I'm back here. Does that get me anything? No. Okay. Danger kitchen. Oh, there's a chef. This poor chef is chained to the wall. His eyes widened as you approach. Hey, you're not one of them. Are you here to rescue me? Sure. Oh, thank goodness. He thrusts his hand into yours and shakes it vigorously. I'm Doug. Di. How you doing, Doug? Well, I've been chained up in this dark cave for weeks, cooking for those stripy-hatted idiots. Sounds awful. And you want to know the worst part? There's a perfectly good oven 8 feet to my right, and a chef with perfectly good ingredients 8 feet to my left. And the worst part? The chain's only 4 feet long. Ah, that's rough. I know, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school, with a million meat idea in my head, and now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. Well, what's the $1 million meat idea? You promised not to steal my idea, right? Yeah, I promise. Okay then. It's a new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. It's so revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits in the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle of it, there's a sausage. But it's sausage made from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, ground up so finely that you couldn't identify them anymore. Okay. And it's served in a long split roll which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. Uh-huh. And the best part? The name. You ready to hear the name? Sure. I call it the hot dog. What do you think? How about the hot dye instead? Don't be ridiculous. Hot dye? What does that even mean? Ridiculous. Well, there's no need to be mean about it. He sighs. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave, making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. You could set up shop in Dirtwater. Brilliant. You're a genius, Di. Hot dogs, hot dogs. For sale all day, every day. I'll make 'em in. Say, there's an idea. What if I added mint to the sausage mixture? You help him break his chains. He leaves the cave, hauling the oven and the shelf full of ingredients, muttering to himself about new sausage recipes. Oh, that's that then. Anything left over? Anything? Excuse me. Godspeed, Doug. Indeed. This gang has been prepped for spider consumption. Arrest them. You stack the cocoons on the back of your horse, except for one, which Alice carries in her medical bag. He was smaller than he looked, and headed back to Dirtwater Jail. Turn him in. Is that the stripy hat gang? What happened to him? They had a run-in with a giant spider of justice. Fortunately, the reward for results is for results rather than explanations. You got 1,000 meat and 30 XP. Alright. Next one. Another wanted poster. The Potekem gang for unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations, last seen in an unregistered settlement north of Dirtwater. The poster shows the location of the suspicious city the gang is hiding out in. Want to go check it out? Sure. You notice the location and resolve to bring these unlicensed builders to justice. Well, let's go see the hot dog. Howdy, Doug. Well, if it isn't my savior, good old Di, howdy yourself. That sign outside. Yeah, had to change the name. Tried to file a trademark, and it turns out there's already something called a hot dog. What is it? Trust me, you don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. Anyway, single letter removed and I'm in business. He gestures at the menu on the wall behind him. Alright, hot dogs. An elegant hot dog increases my mysticality by 6. A jumbo dog increases muscle by 6. And moxie increases by 6. Unfortunately, our stomach is full up. Can't have them. Now, shall we go to the silversmith house first? Or should we try out the Potemkin gang? Potemkin? Potemkin. The gang? Alright, gang it is. Up we go. Potemkin. Potemkin. Fair enough. You smell it before you see it. A skeleton trudging towards you, covered with mud and muck and smelling like garbage juice. It must have crawled out of some horrible bog nearby, and if the skeleton smells this bad, the bog must be unimaginable. So it makes sense that even a skeleton would want to get away from there. Fight it. Got the jump on him. Let's get beefy. And that'll do... Okay, well, we'll do this. Hit, hit, hit. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. Fight, fight, fight. And we're done. You won. Now to watch every part of you that even came near that thing. You gained 20 XP. You got item, handful of loose teeth, skull chips, and skeleton bone. Alice surveys the scene and jots some notes down in her little notebook. Nice job. Okay. Oh, this one's a puzzle. Oh, I remember not liking this one. Let's hold off on that for a second to look at our XP. We have 370. What should we get? We should probably get more... Should we get more intimidating for the... Up intimidating? Fair enough, we'll up it one time at least. And we can't do any more. So we have 270. We need 300 to increase intimidating again. Increase other things? Or wait to do another intimidating? Do the basics, do other things? Alright. Okay, we'll do one each of these. There we are. Should we do another one each? Or should we try and do some skills? First aid? But we have Doc Alice. Do we need to be doing first aid? I don't feel like we do. Yes? Okay. Okay, one first aid, one bull stomp. There we are. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Okay. Good compromise. Okay. Now, if I recall right, these are all fake buildings. And we have to somehow get the 3 of them, because whenever you talk to them, they move. We somehow have to get the 3 of them in the right spot, and then put a jail cell on top of them. So I'm not going to talk to anyone yet, because I want to figure out where to go. Yes, the outhouse. You duck into the outhouse and plan your next move. While you're pondering, you notice something weird. This outhouse has a back door. Leave through the back door. Okay. So we have some TNT. This is the back of the jail. Turns out it's just flat plywood like a theatrical set. The ropes holding up this thing don't look very strong. You could knock it over pretty easy, but you should probably hold off until just the right moment. So we want to get them in front of the jail. That's what we want to do. So we have Town Hall for an actual town. Genuine TNT and sandwiches. Non-fake horse sale. Real jail. A bar. A guy shouts visiting hours are over and runs over to stop you. No entry. Okay. Guy shouts that place is condemned, it's not safe to go there. No entry. Guy shouts, don't go in there, that house is haunted, and runs over to stop you. This bandit looks distraught. What's the matter, buddy? Well, I lost my belt buckle. Did you look near the jail? Oh, good idea, I'll go look there. Okay. Okay, she's there. How do I get him back over there? And we go here. And we go... Nope. Damn it! Well, how do we get... So then she's got to be the last one over here. Come on. Come on, lady. Get a move on. Come on. Okay. You know, a lot easier than I remember. I remember that being way harder. Okay. And again, the death or living option is you could put them all in front of TNT sandwiches, light it, they blow up, they're dead. But with this one instead, we're going to be nice and we're going to jail them. Cut the rope. This is the back of the jail. Turns out it's just flat plywood like a theatrical set. Crash, the fake building falls over on the real bandits. Look at me go, rolling along. More rolling. The gang is knocked out. You can rest them now if you want. You haul the sorry so-and-sos back to Dirtwater and lock them in jail. Excuse me. Say, that's the Potemkin gang. How'd you get him? Pushed your jail over onto him. What? Never mind. You gain 1,000 meat and 45 XP, all in a day's work. Okay, we got 2 left. Honestly, the ghost one is my favorite. Alright, let's do one more. The poster says, Wanted, the Black Hat Bandits, for horse theft and selling of counterfeit glue, last seen headed north toward the old millinery. Interesting. No good can come of criminals with access to hat-making machinery. Would you like to go investigate? Yes, indeed. You discovered a new map location, the old millinery. Okay, now then. Silversmith's house or millinery? What are we thinking? Want to knock out all the bandits? Silver? Alright, silver it is. Oh. Right, since this game doesn't have breaks, let's do a quick water and stretch break. Oh. Alright. Getting back to it. The sign says, Silver bullet making apparatus, help yourself. Help yourself. The workbench has a little burner and crucible for melting silver things, and some bullet molds. It seems pretty straightforward. There's also a vise, so you could smash the silver bullets into needles if you wanted to. So make 2 bullets with the silver riding ring, make 3 with the silver cufflinks, and make needles. You know, I think I'm alright. Pick a lock, go inside. A twin bed, the silversmith must have been a bachelor, or a half-wit guy with a half-wit spouse. This bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it, though. It's too neatly organized, like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. He was crooked, the silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his company customers. Goodness. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of the shop, it might come in handy. You discover a new map location, the Silver Plater. This shelf looks pretty picked over, search it anyway. You find a couple of things that still look edible. You got item instant grits and plum pudding. Safe cracking! There's a note on the safe reading, I forgot the darn combination to this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Looks like a tricky one. Well, gonna have to get the safe cracking skill as well. But, there's a spittoon first. A spittoon, at least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What? Really? I mean, if it is just a spittoon, that's bad enough. But it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. Quick water break here. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And that is the best you can hope for, is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me? Are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. Pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you ain't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it is definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Oh, good God. Okay. You plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth? That metallic tang by the root of your tongue, like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I've found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're gonna put it on without even washing it first. You got an item, revolting brooch. Maybe I will. So there. Let us check out this brooch. This brooch would be much smaller if it weren't for the thick layer of tarnish and dried tobacco spit. This item goes on your lapel. 2 plus muscle, 2 plus mysticality, and 2 plus moxie. The lucky marigold is only 1. So let's put that baby on. Fantastic, great choices all around. Hell yeah, Seafoam. And I think that'll do it for us. Mark would be proud. Markiplier would be proud. Alright, that being said, we go into the silver plater or the old millinery next. Silver? Alright, silver it is. Howdy, what can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I plate things with silver, you know. Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. I could plate that hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. This will enchant your hat to add 1 to your maximum action points. I think I'm okay. I think I'd rather keep the meat for now. Maybe something else? I could plate your melee weapon that you're using there. It'll do more damage that way. This will increase the damage of your equipped melee weapon by 3, or even more against creatures that are vulnerable to silver. Okay, now that. Silver-plated St. Beefus thigh. That's tempting. That's tempting. What do we think? A silver St. Beefus thigh? Maybe. I mean, we are only in the first part of the map. We will get better weapons later, but then again, we will get more meat as well. We'll do it. We'll plate the thigh. You hand him your weapon, and after a time, he hands it back, shiny and gleaming. What else can you plate? Not the hat. I could plate your pistol. It'll do more damage. I'd never use the pistol. He looks through your pack and mouth? A turnip? That sounds like an interesting challenge. Say, that's a fine-looking tongue you've got there. I could plate that for you, sure. My actual tongue, the one in my head. I forget what getting the silver tongue perk does. Should we do that or save our meat? Get the silver tongue? Get the silver tongue! Well, anything for a weird life. Go ahead and silver plate my tongue, why not? Open as wide as you possibly can. The process is extremely painful. You get a perk, silver tongue. Immediately afterward, you ask him for a complete refund, and he gives it to you. You gain 2,000 meat. It works. I forgot you got the refund on that. Alright. Your tongue is actually silver. Well, silver-plated, but you'll be able to convince people it's really silver. Plus 3 moxie. Not too bad, I'd say. I'm pretty happy with that. And I have 110 XP. So not really good for anything yet. I suppose I could get more Dickerin? Should I get more Dickerin or let it be? Dickerin? You say so, Seafoam. You say so. Alright. And I believe that's everything. Okay. And now to go down to the old millinery. Your L vibrator transponder thingy starts beeping at you, and you play hot and cold with it until you find a weird-looking crate hidden behind some rocks. Open it. You fumble around the outside of the crate until you find the bit that makes the lid slide open when you push it. You got item L vibrato scraps for an L vibrato punch card. Oh, another water break. Oh, a lot of talking in this game. Anything? 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 Hats. You walk into the millinery and find 5 bandits lounging around on big piles of half-made hats. It's the law, skedaddle. The bandits scatter like cockroaches, each shutting themselves behind a different door. Guess you have to wrangle them individually. That's why you like it? Fair enough. It is quite fun. This patch of filthy floor wears a lot of hats. Brims? These crates are full to the top with brims. These hats look like they're more comfortable to sit on than to wear. This was apparently the demo model from a player piano showroom. It's only got 3 songs in it, and they're all children's versions of traditional songs that are in the recently invented public domain, and they're all set up to play just the first few seconds on a loop. The person who worked here must have hated it. What song do you want to set the dial to? The Yellow Rose of Public Domain, My Old Public Domain Home, Public Domain Joe, or Don't Change the Dial. I'm pretty sure this is relevant to one of the characters, so I won't change it yet. Let's go into the office. It requires lockpicking. Can't. Oh, I need to get the lockpicking skill. I feel like I made a mistake getting Dickering. Oh well. Brims. Is this where they're hiding? J'accuse. Right. The bandit unceremoniously dumps you outside and walks back in, making that dusting off the hands gesture like in a cartoon. Right. Okay. Oh no, he's back. The bandits all jump up and scuttle back into their rooms. Right, we have to be strategic about this. Strategic. Alright, The one that's different from all the rest. Whoosha! Okay, he's bundled. You don't know much about hat making, but you know that this doesn't make any sense. Hat dents. Shoddy hats. Maybe... Oh, this one moved! Ha ha! That's 2 years. Back in we go. Given the quality of the liners around here, you don't need multiple. This might be the whistling one. Middle front? This one? This one right here. What's special about this one? He moved? Alright, your cues. Dang it. Ah, the bandit unceremoniously... Damn you, chat lag. Damn it. The bandit unceremoniously dumps you outside and unties their friends. The friends take the opportunity to get a couple kicks in on you before they all go back inside. One hat is less pointy than the others. Okay. This one, J'accuse. Oh, it's not the same one. She moved. Damn it. The bandit unceremoniously dumps you outside and unties the friend. The two of them make rude hand gestures at you as they go back inside. Apparently moves every time you go in. Yep, apparently, Seafoam, apparently. They change position each time. Alright. Wiggle! Okay, and you said this one is less pointy? Oh, one is less pointy! Alright, your cues! Alright, 3 of them down! I don't see anything immediately different. Ah, snoring! J'accuse! Okay. And I believe this is the one with the humming. So we'll do the yellow rose. Nope, they don't care about the yellow rose. Okay, public domain Joe. How about that one? J'accuse! You found all 5 of the bandits. Deal with them. Turn them in. You march the Black Hat bandits back to Dirtwater on the end of a rope and lock them in the town jail. Where'd you find him, that old millinery? Yep. Of course. You know, bandits would be a lot harder to find if they didn't keep picking such thematic hideouts for some reason. Anyway, here's your reward. You gain 1,000 meat and 75 XP. Let's go get those ghosts. Hey there, what's the good word? Just wanted to say hi. Hi? Well, I best be getting back to work. She causes it to say you should be doing something more important. You know, I think this is one of my favorite walks. The tiptoeing around while holding your face. I find it funny. A 5th wanted poster. Poster says, wanted the Gherkin brothers for kidnapping, brining kidnapping victims, and attempted sale of human flesh for consumption. Last seen headed for the old abandoned pickle factory. Interesting. Can't let these dastardly criminals escape justice. It wouldn't be kosher. Would you like to go investigate? Yes, indeed. You mark the old pickle factory on your map. Hopefully chasing them down won't get you into a real... you know. You discovered a new map location, abandoned pickle factory. Let's go. Well, let's check these out. Anything good? The jaw harp? Nah. Oof, this one is hard. Is hard, but I think it's fun. Let's check out the saloon real quick. See if anything's going on. He's working good, he's working good. Stage is the stage. Kitchen's alright. Kitchen's alright. What about this old guy? Do you want me to take notes when you do it? Potentially Seafoam. That might come in a lot of handy. Show him the helmet. His eyes light up. Well, one of them does. The other one's kind of stuck in a perpetual squint. Does this belong to you? He takes the helmet from you. It takes him a moment to find his voice. It does. Long time ago. I don't suppose there was anything else where you found that? Just some laudanum. And, you don't still have it? No, sorry. It's alright. If you run across any, though, I'd, well, it'd be a kindness is all. Poor fella. Leave him. No, I don't want the poker. You're back? He looks you over. Got some medicine for me? No, sorry. Alright, no laudanum yet. Let's check out Lloyd. Need help with anything? Nope, everything's right as rain here. If you're looking for work, you might ask at the jailhouse. Alright, everything is set and settled, looks like. Let's get on going up there at that pickle factory. You find a liquor cabinet standing in the woods. Maybe there used to be a house around it. You try opening it, but find it to be locked. That's probably why it didn't get stolen by whoever stole the walls. And I don't have lockpicking. Ugh. Alright. As spooky as the factory is, the woods beyond it are even spookier. You should probably take your chances here. There's a patch of pepperoni mold growing out of this grave. Gretchen Vloss, 1801 to 1879. She was very, very terrible. And lived a pretty long life. Hagen United Pickle Factory. You feel a sudden electrical jolt as your hand touches the doorknob. Oh no, you're late for your shift. Miss Vloss is gonna be so mad, she might literally bite your head off. Okay, well, not literally. Probably. Quick, get suited up. You clock in and hurriedly put on your bright green coveralls. Miss Vloss, as predicted, is furious. Late again? You'd better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're gonna find a place with a nice dormitory and a reasonably priced company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills? Ha! You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work, you're on pickle hopper duty. Start your shift. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged, like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to keep a constant flow down the chutes means you're constantly at a near sprint because you have to manage the cuke chutes to keep the levels equal. If you get uneven pickle levels, Miss Floss knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. A whack from her cane is the minimum you'll get. Damn it, damn it, damn it. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. You cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth, while Miss Floss glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Break's over, second shift, you get over to the salt tank now. Oh god. Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still a never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at a very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, you can feel yourself desiccating from the haze of salt dust that fills the room. If anything in this place kills you, it's probably gonna be salt tank duty. White lung is nasty business. Cough on your own time and get that salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 967 parts per 1,000. How hard is that to remember? 976. Seafoam, this is where your lovely memory comes in, and you are going to remember 976 parts per 1,000 for me. Thank you. Please let me out of here. You get another 180-second break before third shift. You spend most of it drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor that they're considering it. Break's over, get to the boiler. Oh no, please, please let me out, please. Oh, need another water break for this. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stings in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Miss Floss screams if you drop any coal on the floor, or if you let the temperature get too low, or too high, or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. Let me out, please, let me out. 190 degrees, idiot. Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell, or not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore, except to die. So that is 190 degrees. 190. Let me out, let me out, let me out. With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination. Oh, Minnie! Big mood, Minnie! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well. Hopefully at least my voice is soothing. You're awake? That's fair. I hope you're taking care of yourself. With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination, or possession, or whatever the hell that was. Geez, you can still feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. But yes, Minnie, thank you for joining us. We are playing West of Loathing because it's Seafoam's special day today. And they wanted West of Loathing. And we are currently rounding up bandits. We've been taking care of gangs. This trash smells like sweet pickles. This trash smells like gherkins. Smells like garlic dill pickles. Smells like half sour pickles. You don't even know what those are. Smells like dill pickles. And this trash smells like bread and butter pickles. It says factory activation lever. Pull it. You pull the lever, nothing happens. Something in the machinery rooms must not be set up correctly. Alright, the cukes. And they all need to be perfectly level. Warning, cuke chutes are to be operated by qualified personnel only. And there's a ghost. You approach the ghost. Gotta, can't sleep until it's alright. You alright there, partner? Can't sleep, can't sleep. Now this one was that it had to be completely equal, correct? He really do be walking like that. He do. I have silly walking on. Okay, so what does this one do? Okay, so that lowers that one, pulls that one up. What's this one do? Okay. Almost. Ah, no. No, we don't want that. Oh, that was so close. Maybe this? No, that one's too high now. This one? Ah, that one's a bit too low. This one is math, but I don't know it. What if we... So that's the lowest it'll go. Alright, I'm just clicking randomly. We'll save that one for last. And Seafoam, if you maybe wouldn't mind looking up a cheat on that one. It would be appreciated. You approach the ghost. Salt, salt, gotta salt the salt. Salt. You alright there, partner? Salt. Jeez, okay, salt, calm down. Now, for the salt, we needed... The salinity meter reads 531. And salt is 976. So we'll do some coarse salt. Nine seven six. Oh boy. We keep clicking. We just keep on clicking. Wait. The 3 is not going up. The 3 is not going up. Damn it! Oh. That's why. That's why. The salt is correct. It's finally done. Thank you. The ghost smiles as he fades away. A few bones hit the ground below it. You got item, salt-crusted skull. So, Minnie, what's going on is, we are trying to get the bandits that have, hidden out in this old torture pickle factory, essentially. And in order to get to the bandits, we have to, get through the ghosts that are still haunting this place, that were worked to death. And we got a tiny bit of possession at the very beginning. That tells us what we need to do in order to put their souls to rest. So that one was fairly easy. We just had to make it 976. The other one where I was clicking randomly, I don't know how to do that. Well, Seafoam just gave it to me. Alright, so. Use levers 1 and 2 to set the rightmost vat to 1. And then work those levers to equalize the first 2 vats to 16. Once that's done, pull the rightmost lever 5 times. So I need to get him all the way down. And then work those levers to equalize the first 2 vats to 16. Is that 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we pull 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay, I took care of the cucumbers. It's finally done, thank you. The ghost smiles as he fades away a few bones to the ground. You got pile of bones and cucumbers. I did it! I did it because I cheated! Thank you, Seafoam. You are much appreciated. Okay, now the vinegar, the temperature was what? You approach the ghost. It's not right, it's not right. You right there, partner? All wrong, the temperature. It's not right, it's all wrong, not right at all. Alright, then do you... all wrong. What was the temperature? 190? Okay. Take the shovel. So, it's steam release valve. Temperature reads 93 and I need 190. It's a furnace, it's currently empty. Add some coal. And pump it. The coal burns away and the vinegar heats up by 2 degrees. Add some coal, add some more coal. Pump it, it heats up by 5. Which means we're now at 100. Heats up by 6 degrees, it's now 106. Don't tell me yet I want to try. I heat it up by 9, so it's up to 115. Heats up by 10, so it's 125. So now it's 3. It's 3. $146. 172. Okay, so it's 182. That's 192. $182. Heats up by 5. Why is it up by 5 degrees now? Turn it. Turn it. It's 172 now. Pump it, it heats up by 15. It is 187. Turns up by 5. 182, 172, 162, and then we'll put in 4. And we've got 181. We'll turn it. We have 171, 161. 151. 141. Add 7 coal. It's now 170. So we need 4? Maybe? Hey-yo! 190! Don't know how I did it, but I did it. The vinegar is 190 degrees. It's finally done. Thank you. The ghost smiles as he fades away. A few bones hit the ground below it. You got item vinegar-soaked bones. Alright, let's activate this. You pull the lever and there is a deafening roar as the old machinery springs into life. After a while, a load of pickles is deposited in the receptacle to the left of the switch. You got item ghost pickle times 3. Huh, all that work for 3 pickles. No wonder this place went out of business. Yep. This door just leads to an empty, dusty room. You could have swore there were a bunch of cucumber storage tubs in there before. Door just leads to an empty, dusty room. You could have swore there was a big tank full of pickle brine. This door just leads to an empty, dusty room. You could have sworn there was a vinegar tank and boiler in there, and why would you make something like that up? Let's go back to dirt water. All the way back down. Put on some chapstick real quick. Oh, wait, no, the J. What did I mess up there? You rein in your horse upon hearing the rattle of bones and clanking of chains nearby. With a hiss, a skeletal figure scuttles towards you. What the hell is that? It's a little confusing to look at. Instead of a skull, it has another smaller skeleton growing out of the top of its spine. It also has a manacle locked around one of its ankles, trailing a length of broken chain. It looks like it escaped from somewhere. Is it real? How much have I been drinking? I see it too, so not that much. Let's fight it. Sounds weird. You gotta give the remains to the deputy. Ah. Oops. Oh well. We'll get beefy. And give it some wham-pam pows. Fantastic. We've got a weirdly deformed bone. Alice picks up a bone and examines it carefully. Okay, back down we go then. My bad, just a small jaunt. A ghostly translucent bandit on a ghostly translucent horse. He's stealing my gig. Rides up and points his ghostly translucent rifle at you, demanding all your ghostly translucent valuables. I mean, he doesn't actually specify that your valuables should be ghostly and translucent, but it doesn't seem like he'd have any use for regular ones. Got the jump on him, we'll just hit him. You got 10 XP, you got item bit of ectoplasm. Alice picks up a bone and examines it carefully. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she's had an epiphany of some sort. Alice has become stronger. Back we go! Hey there, what's the good word? Gave her the pickle factory remains. What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's your reward. You gain 1500 meat and 60 XP. Huh, looks like these things are still twitching. Better lock them up just to be safe. Thanks a bundle. You know what I should have done? I should have read what it was. The Gherkin brothers cell. The Black Hat Bandit cell. That gang that I can't pronounce. Stripy Hat gang. House in the Desert gang. Oh, hey, good to see you. You know, you've really cleaned up the area. I'm plumb out of bounties for you. Does that mean I get to be sheriff? No. but I guess you could be a marshal if you want. Oh, what a coincidence. That's my middle name. Well, thanks again for all your help, Marshal. No problem. I thought my middle name was Sneaky. Well, we went ahead and did that. Still got a lot more to uncover, though. Not anymore. I suppose not anymore. So it looks like we still got a spot here, maybe a spot there. Spot here. Still need that campfire for the circus. Could go to Dynamite Dan's now and just buy the dynamite. Although I think the clowns, if you fight them, they also have dynamite. You know, let's go back to the abandoned pickle factory and wander around there. We found a crate, which is not a crate's natural habitat. Poor lost crate, maybe you can help it. You help the crate by prying the lid off and helping yourself to the contents. You got item ranch punch and ranch dressing. Your L vibrato bleeps and you follow the signal, because of course you do, why wouldn't you? One reason why you might not is that it led you to a hulking robot that could easily pound you into scrap. I don't think so, I'm gonna fight it. Let's get beefy. And do a wham pam pow. Congratulations, you successfully destroyed a priceless ancient relic of a bygone and forgotten age. You gained 20 XP and L vibrato scraps. More wandering, why not? There's a crate lying in the dust of the trail. It has a pickaxe stenciled on the side. I've read that one. Okay, can of kerosene, smelling salts, sulfur match, surgical gin, nerve pills, and smelling salts. We'll do one more wander. Alright, I guess let's go see the professor? Since it's not really giving me much right now. You notice the campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. You discovered a new map location, destroyed campsite. Go there now. This knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Search it. Most of the contents are trash from being stomped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anywhere. You got item potted meat. This campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was real serious about fire safety. This tent is a real mess. It looks like it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. Yikes, you think this maybe used to be a person? Investigate. Diagnosis doc? Cause of death, hit by a freight train. The only tracks I see are cow tracks, though. Could have been cows, I suppose. There's a leg missing, though. Cows aren't meat eaters. Well, neither are trains. There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. It probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. Follow the tracks. You follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be of anything of interest nearby. Well done. But there is, though. There is, though. You see a sign that says Snake Spring over yonder. You discovered a new map location, Snake Spring. Go back the other way. Someone's left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. You approach it cautiously, verifying that it's neither wired to a detonator nor connected to an actively sparking fuse. What an odd and dangerous thing for someone to leave laying around. Go back the other way? Go back the other way how? Go the opposite way. You head in the opposite direction for about half a mile and discover another campsite, this one occupied. You observe the campers carefully from a distance before approaching. Considering that they're dressed as rodeo clowns for some reason, you're a little hesitant about approaching at all. Ugh. There doesn't even seem to be a rodeo anywhere nearby. Why would they do that? Approach the camp. This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes do 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 do. Say hello. He nods politely but keeps playing. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large haunch of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say, mine. This clown is idly judging a knife. Howdy, stranger, he says with a smile. Howdy. You guys are a long way from the circus. You know about our circus? Yeah, Barnaby Bob's traveling circus something, right? Up north? Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. That's the one. It's way up north, though. What are you guys doing all the way down here? The clowns exchange glances. Camping? You can tell by the campfire. What I mean is, why are you guys camping all the way down here so far from home? Well, you know, we're on break, so we decided to take in the sights. What sights? This is the middle of nowhere. Nonsense! Check out that cactus over there, and those mountains. And, well, all this sand. Plenty of things to see. Can you tell me a bit about your circus? Thought you said you'd been. No, I've seen the big painted canvas walls and all, but I haven't actually been inside. So sell me on it. Let's hear your pitch. Oh, gosh, you're kind of putting me on the spot here. I don't handle public relations type stuff. I do... He looks at the other clowns and they shrug at him. Concessions? Concessions. Oh, come on. You work at the place, don't you, to give me the scoop? Well, it's a circus, you know. There's food and games and a freak show. All that good circus stuff you love. Go on, tell me more. Will you quit bugging me? Just go see it for yourself. Tell me. What is your deal? You cracked or something? Oh, fine, forget it. Don't have enough intimidating. Do you know anything about that wrecked camp nearby? The clown with the meat chuckles quietly. Somebody's camp got wrecked? Well, that's terrible. Whatever happened? Looks like the wreck of cows. You know, now that you mention it, we did hear quite a ruckus coming from not too far away. A lot of, you know, mooing and so on, right, boys? The other two clowns nod in agreement. You guys know a lot about cows, right? Now why would you assume that just because we're clowns? Well, I'd figure it comes with the territory. It's been a good 20 years since a rodeo was an actual thing, you know. So why do you dress that way? Dress? Oh, well, it's traditional after all. Isn't it inconvenient? How do you mean? The makeup and baggy clothes and all. Wait, don't you take the costumes off in between shows? Well, you might say we're used to it. Taking it off would be more inconvenient, right, fellas? The other two clowns chuckle. Well, it must be hard to talk to people when they're all creeped out. Oh, do you think we're creepy? He leers at you, showing yellow teeth. In the flickering light of the campfire, they almost look pointed. Relax, partner. Those are just the old stories getting you worked up. You mean the old stories about how demon cows and demon clowns war against each other in hell, and rodeo clowns dress like that because the rodeos were sort of like reenactments of those battles? You've done your homework. So what do you think? Are demon clowns real? No, of course not. Well, I guess maybe. Or, I think I'm looking at some right now, which goes to a fight. Are we fighting the clowns, or are we gonna be sneaky? Maybe. Maybe. Well, I guess maybe. The demon cows turned out to be real after all, so why not the clowns too? The clown smiles, but his eyes are hard. It's sensible to keep an open mind, but you know, stranger, if clowns did turn out to be real, this could be an awful awkward predicament you find yourself in right now, couldn't it? I'll just be going now. Sneak fight? Are we fighting, or am I going to try and get some intimidation up? Can I get more intimidating? I need some more XP. So we can either intimidate, or we can fight. Trident says fight. Seafoam, what are you thinking? Not sure. You will always say fight, Trident. It's good to know where you stand. Would the snake place give XP? Potentially. Probably. Intimidating would get us the tickets. Yes, but I think I would also get the tickets as a drop if I killed them. Shall we check out the snake place, see if we get more XP? Yeah? Alright, we'll go check out the snake place. Okay, oh, that's why. Because I was trying to find it up here. It's all the way down here. That's why I couldn't find it wandering. The sound of gunfire draws your attention, cautiously, to where you find a goblin shooting a large pistol at some boulders. With the sound of gunfire and pinging ricochets filling the area, the goblin doesn't hear you approach. Talk to it. You are to excusing me. Oh, yes, hello, what, hello? The rocks, why to shooting them? For practices. The cracks in rocks to shooting for a crack shot. Ah, I to seeing. Your gun to giving to me, or I shooting at you. Okay, no problems. Really? Out of bits, I am making many junk guns, having this one to going right ahead. Oh, well thanks, that was easy. You got item, goblin pistol, and you gain 10 XP. And ooh, not that one. Yeah, I don't think this one does much at all. It does 1 to 15 damage. Goblin manufacture usually involves randomly welding things together until they do approximately what you want, and this pistol is no exception. I don't want to live on the edge like that. I'm good. All this forging that I can't have. Snakes? Snakes? An endless stream of snakes pours out of a hole in a canyon wall. Grab a handful. Let's get beefy. Oh, these are piddly snakes. Deals 6 damage to all opponents. Deals 36 to 40 for this row. Kill him. Alright, shotgun blasts. Whiffed it. Whiffed it. Hiya. Hiya. Fantastic. Gain 40 XP. You got snake liver, snake liver. The snakes don't have enough skin on them for you to even bother pulling out your knife. Alright, I think we need one more of those. Which is easy enough. We'll get beefy. And run through. Scattergun. Oh, that one still lived. Well, you whiffed it anyway. Alright, smack this one around some. And another scattergun blast. Gain 40 XP, snake venom bladder, no skin. That is alright, because I can do intimidating again. Alright, now let's get back to that tent. You find a safe on the side of a trail. No, I don't have safe cracking. I'm not even gonna bother reading it. Alright, let's go intimidate him. With our intimidating stance. Nice knife. Thanks, it was a birthday present. Oh, was it your birthday recently? The clown grins at you. Not my birthday, no. Okay, then. Intimidating stompies. The most intimidating. Have I lost? Oh, I lost the ability, I think, to intimidate. I don't see that as an option anymore. Damn it. Maybe if I go to the circus, it'll come back? Maybe I can intimidate the circus ticket booth? Potentially. You see a sign labeled "This way to the Laser Dude Ranch off the trail." You mark the location. Maybe later. Dude. Can I intimidate you? Get right behind your booth and talk to you. I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, now it's... I see. So we can't get in the normal way, because now that I have 5,000 meat, he raised the price. I can never buy the ticket. Okay. Intimidating too! Attempt to intimidate the clown. Nope. Well, I missed my chance. It looks like we're gonna be fighting some clowns, boyos. We're fighting some clowns. To be fair, they're apparently demon clowns from hell, so... You win, Trident! Revel in the violence. I think you know what happened. The harmonica falls silent and the clown's eyes grow very cold. He stops toying aimlessly with his knife. Well now, I don't care much for that accusatory tone in your voice, mister. Well, let's see how you feel about a little frontier justice. A little bit of death, perhaps? Seafoam, it looks like we're gonna be killing some clowns. Trent, I'm glad you're so happy. Okay, very first things first. You hate their laughs? Yeah, it's gonna make the death better. We are gonna get beefy. Let's see here. 58. A clown mook. Clown with a gun, 59. And knife clown, which is 92. Let's... Ooh, 138 to 144 damage. Let's go ahead, kill the gun clown. And then buckshot. Oh, whiffed it. Whiffed it! Kill him. I don't like you. I'm killing you last. I'm too beefy. I'm too beefy. Victory. Well, that's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns that won't be troubling people anymore. And boy, you did not expect to be thinking that sentence today. You gained 75 XP. Look through their stuff. You poke around their campsite for a bit, but don't find anything of value apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the circus. Well, the harmonica maybe, but that clown had his lips all over it. You got item, clown knife, and circus tickets. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. Ew. It seems to be orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. It's probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so you should maybe investigate. You discovered new map location, Danny's Tannery. Shudder. Alright, let's check this out. The clown knife does 9 to 11 damage. However, St. Beefus's thigh is 2+ muscle, 10+ maximum HP, and silver plated, which deals extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. It's too beefy. It's too beefy, we gotta keep it. The blade of this hunting knife is glistening with clown spit. Ugh. People who lick their knives to look intimidating are basically the worst people. You're too beefy, St. Beefus. I am the new St. Beefus. Clearly. Although I've gotten surprisingly few hats. And I've only got 2 pairs of pants. And only 1 pair of boots. I need to get more boots. Okay, but so anyway, we have actually found a few locations. So we could go finally figure out the circus, which technically is what I titled this Hell of a Circus stream. But there is the new Danny's Tannery and there is new Laser Dude Ranch. So where are we thinking about going? Talk, discuss amongst yourselves, fight. I'm going to stretch and have a hydration break. Circus. We did just fight the demon clowns for the ticket. That is fair. Knife to meet you, clown. Very good, Minnie, very good. Yeah, let's do the circus. We killed some clowns for it, we might as well. I'd like to see the circus, please. I just so happen to have one. The clown looks very surprised. What? How did you... Well, great. Good for you, sir. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Thanks. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. Sure, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. Enter the circus. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, as nonchalantly as possible. There are a bunch of clowns around working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there doesn't seem to be more than a dozen or so. Which is good, in that it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know, but on the other hand, if things go wrong here, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. Got it. So there's the main stage. Aim, mind, might, and a clown with a balloon. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Talk to the clown. Howdy there, fella. Interest you in a toy balloon? How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. Put that beef to good use, test your might. I absolutely will, Minnie. I absolutely will. What colors do you have? Well, we'll just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Of course. You know what? I will buy one. Alrighty then, here you go. You lose 30 meat, you got item balloon. Anything else I can do for you? Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho ho, what would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? I haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around and get the lay of the land and all. Where'd you travel from? What was your previous stopping place? Oh, northwestish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeos? Stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Who is this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's a real highlight of the carnival. Okay, see you around, clown. Catch you later like an alligator. There's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. Okay, I'll let you know when I find it. Let's try the might. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Take a closer look. Well, howdy there, fella. You look like you got a good armor on you. Here's a game that's right up your alley. What's the game? Simple as can be. Take this big mallet here and hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell and you win. What's the prize? Ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Alright, I'll give it a shot. The clown takes your meat and puts the big mallet on the counter. Good luck. Damn, I need 30 muscle. Alright, fine. Hit it quite hard. You pick up the mallet, take a deep breath, and smash that lever with a mighty swing. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite, to the bell. Well, now that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today, and that's gotta be worth something. He hands you a small teddy bear. This little teddy bear is about as big as your fist and feels like it's been stuffed with gravel. Congratulations. You got item small plush bear. Well, damn. Alright, I guess I'll see what the tinier prizes are at the other two. Yeah. Oh, I don't even have enough. So I could up my muscle a tiny bit more. Or I could try and up my mysticality and moxie. To try and get to 20 to get the smaller prize. Maybe I don't have to waste my intimidation for this. I'm closer on muscle. I am. Can I go searching? New, A to Z new. I just want to know about Moxie. Is there not a way to filter for that? No. What's the balloon do? It's red, 1 meat. Do any of these give me... I think I'll just get the muscle. Alright, let's do it again. 30 muscle. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it a couple of times to test its weight, and casually slam it onto the lever. Ding! Well, I'll be. That's some genuine muscle you've got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner. You got one item, circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Thanks. Can I still get the smaller prizes? I wonder. Greetings and salutations, fella. This is a game designed to test your intelligence and capacity for abstract thought, and, well, if you care to try your luck, far be it from me to obstruct you. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I'll show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. Okay, I'll give it a shot. You carefully scan the deck of cards. The clown spreads it out in front of you and he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, friend. That's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Darn, I want the prizes. There are quite a few Moxie ones. Hang on. Yeah, Moxie. 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 None of these give Moxie, right? Ooh, +3 Moxie. I am now up to 26 Moxie. That'll do. Howdy there, fella. What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. What's the game? Well, on that wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. Okay, I'll give it a shot. You carefully take aim and pop off rounds and balloons for as long as you can hold the gun together. Hey, not bad at all. Not enough balloons for a grand prize, but it's worth a little something. It gives you a little toy stuffed cat. Woohoo! This little toy kitten isn't very well made, but at least it's cute. And do I have anything that would help me with Moxie? Nope, so I'll put this back on. Okay, put the toilet pistol back. I hope you all are enjoying the circus music, because I certainly am. Saint Boniface! Dang, I just don't have enough mysticality. I wonder why circus music sounds like that. Couldn't tell you. Oh, I can up my liver and spleen, though. I forgot I had updated those. So stomach I'm still full up, but booze... Increase armor by 9. Increase muscle mysticality on 1. Increase melee damage. Increase speed. Oh, we have increased mysticality by 3. Increase maximum HP by 25. Increase armor by 3. Melee damage by 3. Increases mysticality by 3, but reduce... No. How much mysticality do I have right now? I have 14. So if I did that... That would give me 17. And then... 18... Melee damage... And increase maximum HP. Oh, fine. Gain effect wrench punching and gain 20 XP for gunman a shot glass bonus. Woohoo! 15. Not enough, but something. I want to know what his prize is. And I feel like if we go into the main stage, I lose out on that ability. Talk to the vendor! The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him. Howdy, sir. Interested in a hot foot-long sausage. How much are they? 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. What kinds of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue? Blue mustard? Looks like I'm all out of the blue, sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, both ketchup and catsup. What are they made out of? What do you mean? They're pork? How else do you make a sausage? Regular pork or long pork? The clown gives you a long, chilly look. I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir. Are they actually a foot long, 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but... I'm just going to stop you right there, seeing as there are ladies and children present. You want one or not? I'd like to see the lost and found. Oh, sure, what'd you lose? Lucky bottle cap. The clown pulls out a wooden box from under the counter and looks inside. Here's your and look, this one yours? He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns his back to his grill for a moment. Look inside. So we could get the kid the bottle cap. Or we could get one of these things. Do we be nice to the small child? Do the right thing? Do the right thing? Alright. You got item lucky cap. Yep, that's the one, thanks. No problem, sir. I don't suppose we can do it again. We can! We got item pocket knife. Well, might as well. Might as well for doing the good deed. Okay, what do these get me? Smelling salts gives you additional action point when used in combat. Hanky, the previous owner of this, does not appear to have gotten any use out of it. And pocket knife. A little folding pocket knife like this one isn't going to be useful as a weapon, but you never know when it might come in handy for something else, plus it was free. Kid, I got your bottle cap, kid. Don't mind me. I'm getting down on your level. Hi, sir. Did you find my lucky bottle cap? Is it this one? That's it. Thank you, sir. Ah, now he's smiley. There's a kid playing with a bottle cap on a chain. Hello, sir. Thank you. Again, that's a real nice balloon. You want to trade? I'll give you my lucky bottle cap for it. Okay. Here you go. Thanks again, sir. The kid runs off with his new balloon. Welp. We got it. We darn sure did get it. Cold Drinks calls the clown behind this food stand ice cold sarsaparilla in bottles. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds do you have? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about blue raspberry? Nope. How about strawberry? Nope. How about lemonade? Nope. Lemonade? Nope. Orange cream? Nope. Grapefruit? Nope. Vanilla? Nope. Key lime? Nope. What kinds do you have again? Do you make the drinks yourself? If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas and not traveling carnival, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns. How much are they? 205 meat. 205? It's for the deposit on the bottle. No thanks. That was the only things I had. Alright. So we have hot food, cold drinks, and tepid candy. Cotton Candy calls the clown behind this food stand and then makes a wheat noise with a slide whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight. The clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Step right up, fellas. Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest, in several senses of the word, spun sugar crafted through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No, cotton is indigestible no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did you? How'd you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag, it's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. Couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design, too. Well, now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella, the secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'd be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? Just 300 meat. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Wait, or is it the same clown as before? He looks identical. Is he following you around? Howdy there, fella. Interest you in a toy balloon? No thanks, bye. Alright, we are 2 hours in, and I am heavily enjoying myself. Oh, hang on. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. The sign says condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult the doctor. Anyway, it is 2 hours in. I do want to keep going, but I think 2 hours is a perfect time for a bathroom break. So I will leave you with this lovely circus music that we've got going on here. And I will be right back in a bit. I encourage you all to also have a bathroom break, get some water, do whatever you need, and we'll be back here short. Alright, let's get back at it. Okay, so, not the main stage yet. This clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Talk to him. Howdy, fella, can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mystery, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. He takes your meat and stamps your hand. There you go. Enjoy. Now, full disclosure. This sideshow is actually my favorite location in the map. I really like it. It's just the right amount of creepy. And I hope you all enjoy it as well. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, and have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. This looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy-looking stuff around here already. Look at yourself. This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Ugh. This mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squash-looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Based on his attitude, and uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Talk to him. Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions. Ask a question. What's with those weird mirrors? Ain't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. Has to do with the way the light reflects off of them. I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by a reflection of light. Well, no telling what you might see if you look too long. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown Eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Inspect the eggs more closely. Hey, step back please, no touching. Sorry. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. Look closer. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, A twisted Mobius loop of snake without head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems to be devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Ugh! Got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you, not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Di. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fist and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, I understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. Take a closer look at him. Clown pupil stage, you say, Seafoam? Very possible. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of a stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Okay, well, see you around. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Talk to him. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Di. Delighted to meet you. So, well... Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Di, I am in a sideshow after all. It's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and powdered appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Doug winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah, how is that even possible? Doug shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so that his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body with two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind with, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Di. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Di. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around to the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. You got a perk and anatomical learning. You feel the worse for Janet? Why is that? How did this happen? Were you in some sort of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Of course, sorry, it must be painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you. So long. Good luck, Di. And there she is, all exposed. What can you tell me? Yeah, I can't talk or move without permission, but Janet just can't move at all. Yeah, that's fair. That is pretty sad. What can you tell me about these eggs? Doug seems mostly fine between the three of them. Yeah, he does. He seems... okay. He seems okay. He seems alright. What can you tell me about these eggs? That's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard next to him that explains in detail. Don't get too close, though, please. They're fragile. What are those things in the jars? That is what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never seen before. You've never before seen the like, captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it. Are they real? Real as they come. About these, people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fellow. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, well, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us, about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think fella looks like that, you'd read all about him in the papers, right? Well, yeah. Sure is mysterious. Why's he locked to his chair? Ah, noticed that, did you? Real shame, that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable. Has a violent spell once in a while. Gosh. Don't you worry now, man. Keeping an eye on him. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell you. Bet you've got a theory, at least. Well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see. Okay, bye. Does he ever blink? You mean wink? Nope, no eyelids. I gotta toss a bucket of water over him every once in a while so he don't get too dry. He does look a bit dry now that you mention it. Yeah, getting about that time. Excuse me for a minute. Inspect the eggs more closely. Since the clown's distracted, you take the opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You notice two things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Second, they've all been broken and then very meticulously glued back together. They almost look like they've been reassembled after something hatched out of them. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side-eye, but doesn't say anything. I believe that's all there is to this. Yeah, I think we learn all we need to learn. So yes, he saw something he shouldn't have and he's chained. This happened to him recently. This also happened to her recently. AKA, none of them are born freaks. They've gone through some kind of transformation of some sort or another. There seems to be some kind of clown worm. Something hatched out of these clown eggs. And there's a mirror of you being a clown. But yeah, there's just so much atmosphere in this room for the stick figures, and I just really love the writing of it. I think it's the best writing out of the whole game. But that being said, now let's go talk to a certain clown. Never mind, other side. You should have gotten a new dialogue option. Do I need the balloon? I will re-buy the balloon. Weren't you on the other side of the midway just now? Nope, that's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Did we fool you? He grins and gives you a big exaggerated wink. Anything else I can do for you? I swear there was a thing about the fact that the two clowns can't use the same face paint. And so that's how you discover it's the same damn clown. I swear there was a bit about it. Yeah, they can't, that's the point. Fair enough. Right, I know the eggs talk about it, I just thought he also had a line about it. And that's how you know. Like you could confront him with that knowledge afterward. Maybe I'm misremembering things. I probably am. Anyway. Unless we go back into the eggs. Aha! Say, wait a minute. Here's the egg for that balloon-selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Earlier you told me there's another clown with the same face paint. Here it is. That's right, the other balloon seller. Except I looked at the clown egg display in the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for a clown to use another clown's makeup. Say, you're real sharp. Better watch out you don't catch yourself. So what's the deal? You're right, there's just me. I walk around the midway and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So you're not actually following me around? Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? Except, of course, there's no way he should be able to go that fast. Alright, main stage. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. Ticket, please. Ticket for what? Barnaby Bob's Stunt Spectacular. What's that? Boss does a show. Yeah? Yep. What kind of show? Knife tricks, mostly. Here's my ticket. Okay, going in. Show will start soon. Cool. Have a seat for the audience. You take a seat, and a smattering of other patrons appear and sit down as well. After a minute or two, there's a crash of cymbals and a clown runs in from the backstage curtain and jumps up onto the stage. In contrast to the other clown's colorful clothing, he is relatively simple. Black wool trousers and a bright crimson shirt under a pale tan leather jacket with fringe on the sleeves and a red heart painted on the shoulder. His face paint is plain white without any colored accents, contrasting his curled black mustache and thin goatee. A snappy silk top hat with a rakish tilt tops off his outfit. He doffs his hat and bows with a deep theatrical flourish, and the small audience claps politely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and welcome, one and all, to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. I hope you've been enjoying the attractions and distractions of our little traveling carnival. And now it's time for our stage performance, the main attraction. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for... A loud drummle starts as he gestures to the curtain, and then the cymbals crash again. The clown puts his hat back on with a chuckle. Me, Barnaby Bob. Much obliged, you're far too kind. Why, I haven't even shown you anything yet. With a laugh, he flips a large Bowie knife into the air. You didn't even see where he pulled it from. The knife glitters as it spins. He catches it and flips it in the air again, this time catching and balancing it on its point on the tip of one finger. He holds that pose very still for a moment, then jerks his hand out of the way. The knife thunks into the wood of the stage floor deep enough that he has to give it a jerk from side to side before he can yank the blade free. He winks broadly to the audience. Wouldn't be any fun if they weren't sharp, would it, ladies and gents? He pulls 2 more knives from his jacket and begins a flashy and elaborate knife-juggling act. 3 spinning blades somehow turn into 4, and then his hat is added into the mix, floating lightly through the cascade of knives without a single scratch. He finishes the routine by catching 2 of the knives in each hand and allowing his hat to fall neatly to the ground, before catching it on the tip of his boot and kicking it back up into the air and onto the top of his head. And now there's some applause I believe I've earned. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it took a lot of hats to get where I am today. He chuckles as he adjusts his hat back to its original rakish tilt. Now for the grand finale. For this, I'll need a volunteer from the audience. A few hands go up. Barnaby Bob ignores them and looks directly at you. How about you, sir? Okay. Good. I like a brave one. Step right up onto the stage here. Your name, please. Die, totally human. It's a real pleasure to finally meet you, Die Marshall, totally human. A couple of clowns haul a large wooden panel about 7 feet tall and 4 wide up onto the stage. They stand it up vertically behind you and stay there holding it steady. It has 2 holes in it slightly above waist level and a lot of knife marks. Press your back flat up against that wood, please, and put your hands through the holes. You do so. The holes are just a fraction too high, so it's not very comfortable. And then one of the clowns pulls your arms back tighter and ties them together with a rough hemp, so it becomes much more uncomfortable for a variety of reasons. Don't worry, this is just to make sure you don't make any sudden and unexpected movements. We wouldn't want that, would we? Fret not, son, everything's under control. He steps up close to you and adjusts your collar, brushes a little dust off your shoulders. My control. You know, Di, we get a sharp customer through here from time to time, but my, you're the sharpest I've seen yet. However, I'd bet a shiny silver dollar I've got something up my sleeve that's even sharper. His pupils narrow to vertical slits as he grins at you, revealing rows of pointed yellow shark teeth. As he turns away, you can see the heart of the shoulder of his leather jacket is drawn with an arrow through it and the word Mom. It doesn't look painted on. You struggle a little, but your arms are too tightly bound. The rough hemp rope digs into your wrists. Barnaby Bob strolls to the other end of the stage and turns to face you. Now, don't you worry. This'll be all over soon. Just don't move. He has a knife in his hand again and gives it a few twirls and flips. Light reflected from the blade glitters in his eyes. Then, without warning, he hurls it at you. Thunk! The knife hits the wood before you can even blink, a hair's breadth from your left ear. Stare him down. Barnaby Bob grins at you as the crowd applauds. Another knife appears in one hand and an apple in the other. He tosses the apple to one of the stagehands, who carefully balances it on top of your head. Time for the old William Tell routine. A bit cliché, perhaps, but there's a reason it's a classic, eh, ladies and gents? Take a deep breath. The crowd watches with rapt attention as he flourishes the knife, spinning it and flipping it behind his back. Then, faster than you can register, thwack. Cold apple juice drizzles into your hair and down the back of your neck. 2 for 2. What do you say, Di? Shall we go for one more? Stare him down. Barnaby Bob pulls out another knife and gives it a quick stropping across the pale leather sleeve of his jacket, and then whips a colorful spotted handkerchief from his pocket and blindfolds himself. This time his smile is much colder. I advise you to watch closely, Die Totally Human, since you're the only one of us who can. Watch closely. The crowd laughs, but you don't really hear it. The knife spins in his hand. This time, either because of the adrenaline or because he's actually moving slower, you can see the motion of his arm as he throws it. He twists his wrists in an odd way that you don't think he did before. The knife is flying at you. The knife is flying directly at your right eye. Don't move. The knife, incredibly, swerves at the last possible moment. Thunk. You can feel the wood shake from the force as it stabs into the board. The metal is cold against your right cheek. The audience erupts into cheers as Barnaby Bob removes his blindfold and pumps a fist triumphantly. One of the stagehand clowns unties your wrists and helps you get your arms out of the holes. Bob takes your hand and raises it into the air victoriously. Well now, ain't he a good sport, folks, and as brave a target as I've ever had. Take a bow, Die Totally Human. Take a bow. You bow to the cheering crowd, carefully keeping your eyes on Barnaby Bob. He bows as well, removing his hat with an elaborate flourish, and he takes a slip of paper out of it. As a token of appreciation, I'd like to give our star volunteer a gift, a year's supply of dynamite. Use it in good health. As he hands you the coupon, the clown leans in close to your ear and whispers, "This is the only warning you'll get, boy." You got an item, coupon for your supply of dynamite. Barnaby Bob waves and blows kisses to the crowd as you climb down from the stage, and then he disappears through the backstage curtain. The audience gradually disperses. That was certainly a bit of reading. Hopefully you all enjoyed it though. I certainly did. Good bit of writing. And now we go to his cabin out back. Yes, right here. Also, good job. I was listening with rapt attention. Oh, thank you, Seafoam. Thank you. I tried to make it a little bit dramatic, put some tension in there. This little trailer is probably Barnaby Bob's office. Examine. The wagon is old but well maintained. A brass plaque on the door reads, Barnaby Bob, confirming your suspicions. Peek in the window, knock on the door, kick in the door. He's made it pretty clear he can kick our ass. Shall we knock on the door politely, or be rude? Polite, be polite. Alright, knocking on the door politely. You knock on the door. Come on in, Barnaby Bob calls. Enter. You open the door and walk into Barnaby Bob's office. He looks up from his desk, surprised to see you. You? Here I thought I made myself perfectly clear the last time we met, and yet you knock politely and walk straight into the lion's mouth. You are either extremely brave or extraordinarily foolish, boy. Both, I might hazard to guess. I've got some questions that need answered. And you think I'm going to answer them? If I didn't find you amusing, I'd have vanished you off the face of this earth for what little you know already. I appreciate that, but I just can't leave the situation unresolved. What curiosity did to the cat is going to seem like a Sunday picnic compared to what I'll do to you if you anger me, boy. Go ahead and ask your questions, but bear in mind I already gave you your fair warning. Who are you? The clown smiles at you sarcastically. Why, I'm Barnaby Bob at your service, sir. You know what I mean. And if my estimation of your intelligence was not entirely off the mark, you already know the damn answer. You are wasting my time and yours, and you have precious little. What are you plotting exactly? Bold as brass you are if you think I'll answer that. You've got another thing coming, boy. Don't try my patience. What are you doing here? Straight to the heart of the matter. Well, now, I had you pegged as a clever one, so why don't you tell me? You're here because of the cows. Perhaps you've got a brain rattling around in that skull of yours after all, boy. That's correct. The cows came home, as you say, and we followed them. Why? Why? Don't disappoint me now that you've impressed me, kid. Think about it. Your age-old enemy that you've been fighting since time out of mind up in leaves, no farewell, no postcard. Wouldn't you want to know what the hell was going on? You don't know? Dear, oh dear, I've gone and said something I probably shouldn't have. Buddy, you are treading on some dangerously thin ice right now. I hope you are thanking your lucky stars that I consider you to be essentially insignificant. I can hear those gears ticking in that 3-pound dog's dinner you call a brain, son. Now it's my turn to ask a question. How are you going to convince me that I shouldn't just make you disappear like a fart in a tornado? Well, make it good, Die Totally Human. Make it good, 'cause you get one chance at this. He definitely doesn't need me, and I don't think he cares about my friends. I think it would be a waste of time. You've already wasted so much of my time, boy, I think I can spare a little more. But it is rare that I get to have such a diverting conversation, so I'm going to be merciful. I will allow you to leave here, standing on your own 2 legs, but you will not be returning. If I ever see your face again, boy, I will nail it to my wall and put you to work as the newest member of my freak show. He calls for the guard clown and has him escort you back to the midway. You end up face down in the dirt outside the stage entrance. Stand up. And that is the circus. So, what do we learn for that? We learn that the demonic cows that have opened up a portal from hell and made their way to the earthly plane again are wreaking havoc. And we learn that the clowns, while not caring about humanity, are coming out to take care of them. So the war of clown versus cow is now on Earth, and humans just so happen to be caught in the crossfire. Why they have sideshow people? Who knows? Why we did not get turned into a sideshow person? Who knows? But that's the clown storyline. Clown cow storyline. Unfortunately, that is not our storyline, because our storyline is with Doc Alice, who is all about the necromancer. But we could probably still pursue it, I think. All of that being said, it is now... Yes, are we still going to go to the tannery? That was just what I was about to ask. It is 2:47. I think I could keep going a little bit more if you wanted. But we did finish the circus. It's a good stopping point. So how are we feeling? Not tonight. Next time? Okay. Are we good tonight? We want to all call it a night? You think so? Call it a night? Alright. Well then, we will plan for the tannery next night. Next time we do this. Don't know if it'll be next Friday. I might do a different game next Friday. Give another game a chance. Who knows? But I will be back on Tuesday with more Stardew 1.6. Really loving it. You all seem to be loving it too. But thank you so much for giving me your Friday night and spending time with me. I certainly enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. Let me go ahead and get back to the just chatting screen here and get the circus music off a little bit. But yes, have a lovely evening and a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you all again on Tuesday. Good night.